59-year-old Robert Orr, the president of the Los Breezes Condominium Association within the Matanzas Shores community in Florida, has been charged with 4 counts of voyeurism after allegedly installing a hidden camera without the owner's permission. The authorities said that a woman called the Flagler County Sheriff's Office on the 30th of August after a weekend stay at the condo. As the woman was packing to leave, she said she noticed a camera hidden in the flower pot in the master bedroom. Investigators said they found footage on the camera showing 2 people in various stages of undress, including the woman who filed the report. Deputies said there was also a video of Robert testing the camera inside his own apartment before it was placed in the flower pot. The owner of the condo told investigators that she gave Robert access to the apartment to check on its condition because she lives out of state. Officers reportedly found several more spy cameras and other electronic devices in his home, which are now being examined. Flagler County Sheriff Rick Staley said, "This pervert installed video cameras in the condo they was a caretaker for, so could view people inside without their knowledge or consent. It's a disgusting invasion of privacy. Our major case detectives did great work to get this pervert in handcuffs and taken to the Green Roof Inn, another name that Rick uses for the Flagler County Jail. I'm urging anyone who's allowed Robert unsupervised access into their home to check for secret recording devices and to contact us right away if they find anything suspicious. At this time, the evidence suggests that Robert acted alone," he said. The authorities said that Robert turned himself into the Flagler County Jail on the night of the 6th of September and has since been released after posting a $20,000 bond. Rick said that the Matanzas Shore Property Management has cooperated fully with Flagler County Sheriff's Office in this investigation. Robert has no prior criminal record in Flagler County. 53-year-old Richard Cumber, an employer of the motel, has been accused of breaking into a guest room and raping a woman. On the 18th of August, the authorities were dispatched to the Manawa Motel in Wisconsin after receiving a report of a sexual assault. When officers arrived, the woman told the investigators that she woke up the previous night and found a man on top of her holding her down by her shoulders. She tried unsuccessfully to fight him off and injured her hand during the struggle. That same night, she went to theatre care in Appleton for a rape kit exam. The woman told police she recognised the man as Richard, and she said he worked at the motel and had entered her room using a key. The following morning, as she was walking her dog, Richard approached her and said he'd return to her room at 9 p.m. and reportedly threatened to hurt her dog if she wasn't there. She told the authorities that she was so petrified that she rented a room at another motel, despite having limited housing options available. When questioned by police, Richard denied entering the room. He reportedly said he helps the owner with maintenance and has keys to all the rooms. Richard was arrested and charged with sexual assault and burglary. He was released from the Waupaca County Jail after posting a $10,000 cash bond. If convicted of the sexual assault charge, Richard faces up to 40 years behind bars. Richard has previously been convicted of another sexual assault case in January of 2018, where he was placed on 1 year of probation. 33-year-old Jose Landeta has been arrested on homicide charges after beheading the mother of his child, 27-year-old Karina Castro. The incident occurred at around 11:50 a.m. on the 8th of September, when Karina was attacked outside her apartment on Magnolia Avenue and Laurel Street in San Carlos, California. Witnesses flagged down deputies to alert them of the ongoing sword attack. San Mateo County Sheriff Lieutenant Eamon Allen said, "The violence stemmed between Jose and the victim, who's a young mother of 2 girls aged 1 and 7 years old. There was an ongoing relationship between the two," Eamon said. It's reported that Jose is the father to Karina's 1-year-old daughter. Officials said the victim had a restraining order against Jose since April. Eamon said the incident happened in the middle of the street in broad daylight, where witnesses watched as their neighbour was cut down. After the attack, Jose fled on foot before deputies arrived. Eamon said he ran 2 blocks away, but returned to the scene with 2 of his friends and was quickly detained. Jose was then taken to hospital for what police described as some kind of medical emergency. Forensic investigators started processing the scene. Deputies combed through the neighbourhood trying to find the murder weapon, which witnesses described as a samurai sword. There was ample enough time for him to have concealed it, Eamon said. Chapel Thornburn, who lives in the neighbourhood, said he was in complete disbelief. It was kind of a shock, you know. This is a nice neighbourhood, so it's a shock. Chapel said that he knew Karina and Jose, and added that they moved into the neighbourhood about 3 years ago. They seemed like they loved each other, he said. Chapel said he caught sight of the horrific scene from the steps of his house. Her head was underneath the car, and she was laying in the back of the car just severed, he said. After he cut her head off, he came walking up, him and his 2 friends, Chappell said. As they walked right by me, they arrested him. The victim's children were inside the house and did not witness the brutal beheading. They were taken into the custody of Child Protective Services. It's reported that Jose has an extensive violent criminal past and history of mental illness. The authorities said there had been multiple domestic violence calls and other complaints tied to the home. Jose's family said the defendant goes by the name of Rafa Solano, and that he is a diagnosed schizophrenic whose behaviour would swing wildly depending on his balance of medication. Jose was booked into the San Mateo County Jail with no bail. He's scheduled to appear in court on the 9th of September.